Greetings from tornadohq.com. There is one new tornado warning for Iowa.
What is that? Look at it.
Looks like a rock to me.
It wasn't a fucking rock. It was a meteor, you stupid ass. A piece of one.
Granny, you got herpes.
No, I got a spider bite. I'm gonna have to get something put on it. See if your mama's got any itching cream or something.
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
What the fuck was that? You still got that goddamn horn. Motherfucker. That's hard. Motherfucker. What was that?
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle? Like he done something?
I don't know what that was.
I know I got 2 spiders by some of my legs right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You motherfucker. Ooh, that.
Damn, okay.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Okay.
Think I got a spider bite. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. Motherfucker. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of something. Yeah. Dick. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
All right.
Hey, I want to show you something anyway. Damn, if I get my mind to working, what? That's itching.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Excuse me.
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle? Like he done something?
I don't know what that was.
I know I got 2 spiders by some of my legs right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You motherfucker, my fucking ears. Ooh, that. Get the fuck away from me.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Think I got a spider bite. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of something. Yeah. Dick. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
All right.
Hey, I want to show you something anyway. Damn, if I get my mind to working, what? That's itching. You know how we see that thing up there every night?
Oh, yeah.
Single night?
The one that looks like a UFO or something?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a little tip, you guys. Do not ever put an egg roll in a microwave for 10 minutes, okay? That had to hurt. Oh, God.
There is one new tornado warning for Illinois.
Oh, okay. You know what? Hold on. Okay. There we go. I have this on replay. What the fuck was
What was
that?
that?
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
he
good.
done something.
I don't know what that was.
I know I got 2 spider bites on my legs right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You motherfucker, what do you ears? Ooh, that. Get the fuck away from me.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Think I got a spider bite on. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. Motherfucker. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of sound. Yeah. Yeah. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
All right.
Hey, I want to show you something anyway. God damn, if I get my mind to working, fuck, that's itching. You know how we see that thing up there every night?
Oh, yeah.
Single night?
The one that looks like a UFO or something?
Yeah. That's, it's like a light.
Yeah.
It ain't like a star. Look what I found in the yard. What is that? Look at it.
Looks like a rock to me.
It wasn't a fucking rock. It was a meteor, you stupid ass. A piece of one.
Granny, you got herpes.
Oh, I got a spider bite. I'm gonna have to get something put on it. See if your mama's got any itching cream or something.
And it's pretty windy.
What the fuck was that? You still got that goddamn horn. Motherfucker. I thought we crack that noggin of yours. Come on here. I'll dump that fucking nose.
No.
Come on, Granny. Let's dance. Let's dance. Get,
No, you motherfucker.
come on, Granny. Let's dance.
Fuck you.
Let's dance.
You broke my stick.
Let's dance.
Fucking stick. Gotta have a country boy. Oh, you better be proud I don't have something in my head.
Hey, did you?
God damn, what is that smell?
I smell it too. Whew.
Oh, there's shit all over there. Where'd it come from?
Oh, what the hell?
What are you standing on your toe for? You stepped in fucking shit and trapped it on the damn porch. You dunhead, you stupid ass. Get out there and clean this shit. Think I will, I'll hit you with something. Pick up here, rake it off.
Granny, I stepped in shit.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Hold me.
Fuck you. You ain't got that out. Somebody come out and step in it. Jake, you're a damn retard. Off the porch.
Oh.
God damn!
Jake, put that in the fucking garbage right now. I'll put something in your hand.
Oh, it stinks. Smell it.
What do you expect to smell like? Roses? Put it in the garbage.
Oh.
Put it in the garbage. You motherfucker.
Granny, what is that?
Daddy, get the whole of it here. Show you what it is.
Granny, what is that?
It's shit.
It's what? It's what?
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Get it up and get it in the garbage.
Oh, man.
Motherfucker. What was that?
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle? Like he done something?
I don't know what that was.
I got by some of my legs right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Jake's being such a dork.
You motherfucker, what do your ears? Ooh, that. Get the fuck away from me.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Like I got a spider bite. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. Motherfucker. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
All right.
Hey, I want to show you something anyway. God damn, if I get my mind to working. What? That's itching.
Oh, okay.
You know how we see that thing up there every night?
Oh, yeah.
Single night?
The one that looks like a UFO or something?
Yeah. It's like a light.
Yeah.
It ain't like a star. Look what I found in the yard. What is that? Look at it.
Looks like a rock to me.
It wasn't a fucking rock. It was a meteor, you stupid ass. A piece of one.
Granny, you got herpes.
No, I got a spider bite. I'm gonna have to get something put on it. See if your mama's got any itching cream or something.
And it's pretty windy.
What the fuck was that? You still got that goddamn horn. Motherfucker. I thought I would crack that knocker of yours. Come on here. I'll dump that fucking nose.
Come on, Granny. Let's dance. Let's dance.
Don't break! You motherfucker.
Come on, Granny. Let's dance.
Fuck
Let's dance.
you. You broke my stick.
Let's
You
dance.
broke my fucking stick. God, I'm a country boy.
Woo!
Oh, you better be proud I don't have something in my head.
Hey, did you?
God damn, what is that smell?
I smell it too. Woo.
Oh, there's shit all over there. Where'd it come from?
Oh, what the hell?
What are you standing on your toe for? You stepped in fucking shit and trapped it on the damn porch. You dunhead, you stupid ass. Get out there and clean that shit. Think I will? I'll hit you with something. Pick up here, rake it off.
Granny, I stepped in shit.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Hold me.
Fuck you.
Damn. Huh. Look at this, you guys. This really looks impressive. The light bars are real, almost the exact same
You
thing.
ain't got that out. Somebody come out and step in it. Jake, you're a damn retard. Off the porch.
Oh. There, I got a little bit on my hand.
Jake, put that in the bucket garbage right now. I'll put something in your hand.
Oh, it stinks. Smell it.
What do you expect it to smell like? Roses? Put it in the garbage.
Oh.
Put it in the garbage. You motherfucker.
Jesus.
Granny, what is that?
Daddy gets all of it here. Show me what it is.
Granny, what is that?
It's shit.
It's what? It's what?
Fucking shit. Get it up and get it in the garbage.
See, I have it on replay.
Motherfucker. What was that?
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle? Like he done something?
Oh, what the was?
I know I got 2 spiders bites on my leg right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois.
Ooh, that. Get the fuck away from me.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Think I got a spider bite. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. Motherfucker. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of sound. Yeah. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
Woo!
Hey, I want to show you something anyway. God damn, if I get my mind to working, fuck, that's itching. You know how we see that thing up there every night?
Oh, yeah.
Single night?
The one that looks like a UFO or something?
Yeah. That's, it's like a light.
Yeah.
It ain't like a star. Look what I found in the yard. What is that?
Looks like a meteor
Look at it.
rock.
Looks like a rock to me.
It wasn't a fucking rock. It was a meteor, you stupid ass. Piece of one.
Granny, you got herpes.
No, I got a spider bite. I'm gonna have to get something put on it. See if your mama's got any itching cream or something.
And it's pretty windy.
What the fuck
was
was
that?
that? You still got the
goddamn
goddamn horn. motherfucker. If I were crack that noggin of yours. Come on, you. I'll dump that fucking nose.
Come on, Greg. Let's dance. Let's dance.
No, stop it! You motherfucker.
Come on, Greg. Let's dance.
Fuck you.
Let's dance.
You broke my stick.
Let's
You
dance.
broke my fucking stick. Gotta have a country boy. Oh, you better be proud I don't have something in my head.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois.
I smell it too. Whew.
Ooh, there's shit all over there. Where'd it come from?
Oh, what the hell?
What are you standing on your toe for? You stepped in fucking shit and tracked it on the damn porch. You dunhead, you stupid ass. Get out there and clean this shit. Think I will? I'll hit you with something. Pick up here, rake it off.
Greg, I stepped in shit.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Hold me.
Fuck you. You ain't got that out. Somebody come out and step in it. Jake, you're a damn retard. Off the porch.
Oh. There, I got a little bit on my hand.
Jake, put that in the fucking garbage right now. I'll put something in your hand.
Oh, it stinks. Smell it.
What do you expect it to smell like? Roses? Put it in the garbage.
Oh.
Put it in the garbage. You motherfucker.
Greg, what is that?
Daddy, get the whole of it here. Show you what it is.
Greg, what is that?
It's shit.
It's what? It's what?
Fucking shit. Get it up and get it in the garbage. Motherfucker. What was that?
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. See the kid going down through there on the bicycle? Like he done something?
I don't know what that was.
I know I got 2 spiders by some of my legs right there, and they're itching me to death. That damn smoke's getting black now. Jay, you know I'm neighborhood watch. I watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You motherfucker, I'm not gonna do your ears. Ooh, that. Get the fuck away from me.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, my legs are itching.
Why the hell's your leg itching?
Like I got a spider bite. Asshole. Oh, don't look around like you didn't do nothing. Motherfucker. What sound?
It kind of sounds like Bigfoot.
Kind of sound. Yeah. Dick. Bigfoot lately. You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we might go tonight.
All right.
Hey, I want to show you something. God damn, if I get my mind to working. Fuck, that's itching. You know how we see that thing up there every night?
Oh, yeah.
Single night?
The one that looks like a UFO or something?
Yeah. That's, it's like a light.
Yeah.
It ain't like a star. Look what I found in the yard. What is that? Look at it.
Looks like a rock to me.
It wasn't a fucking rock. It was a meteor, you stupid ass. A piece of one.
Granny, you got herpes.
No, I got a spider bite. I'm gonna have to get something put on it. See if your mama's got any itching cream or something.
And it's pretty windy.
What the fuck was that? You still got that goddamn horn. Motherfucker. I thought I would crack that noggin of yours. Come on here. I'll dump that fucking nose.
Come on, Greg. Let's dance. Let's dance.
Don't stop it! You motherfucker!
Come on, Greg. Let's dance.
Fuck you.
Let's dance.
You broke my stick!
Let's dance.
You broke my fucking stick! God, I'm a country boy. Oh, you better be proud I don't have something in my hand.
Hey, did you...
God damn, what is that smell?
I smell it too. Whew.
Ooh, that shit all over there. Where'd it come from?
Oh, what the hell?
What are you standing on your toe for? You stepped in fucking shit and trapped it on the damn porch. You nuthead, you stupid ass. Get out there and clean that shit. Think I will, I'll hit you with something. Pick up here, rake it off.
Greg, I stepped in shit.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Hold me.
Fuck you. You ain't got that out. Somebody come out and step in it. Jake, you're a damn retard. Off the porch.
Oh. There, I got a little bit on my hand.
Ugh.
Jake, put that in the fucking garbage right now. I'll put something in your hand.
Oh, it stinks. Smell it.
What do you expect it to smell like? Roses? Put it in the garbage.
Oh, hell! Ugh.
Motherfucker.
Greg, what is that?
You gotta get the whole of it here. Show me what it is.
Greg, what is that?
It's shit.
It's what? It's what?
Fucking shit. Get it up and get it in the garbage.
Warning. I'm gonna show them. Warning. This fucking video's not meant for kids. Get me a beer, you fucking dog. Oh, the pumpkin prank on Grandma. I love that one. Oh, Lord help me. I'm not answering this. Not right now. Especially at the wrong time.
All rise. Court is now in session.
First up, we take you inside the 6th Judicial Court in Pasco County, Florida. The defendant is Dale Massey, the former mayor of Port Richey, Florida. He's pled guilty to aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer with a firearm, weapons charges, and resisting arrest. 2 years earlier, Massey was at home with his girlfriend when a SWAT unit arrived to execute a warrant for practicing medicine without a license. the charges coming at the end of a 4-month investigation.
Sheriff's out, search warrant, come in the door!
The 70-year-old former mayor is also a former doctor, having had his license revoked back in 1992. Massid was also known to own several guns, so the officers were on high alert.
Sheriff's out, search warrant, come in the door!
After they identified themselves multiple times, there was still no sign of Massid. So the officers decided it was time to go in. Massid fired 2 shots at the officers, who quickly responded. After a few minutes, officers finally located Massid.
Dale, put that gun down. Put the gun down and come down the stairs.
Walk toward me, guys. Come on, nice and easy. Take the light off him for a second. All right, walk toward my voice, guys. I'm right here.
Over here, right here.
Walk toward me. Walk toward me. Take your time, but walk toward me.
Massid and his girlfriend surrendered and were taken into custody.
You have a seat right here on the back of the bus. Sit down.
Certainly, God. Why don't you knock on the door and let us know what's happening?
Massid was initially charged with 5 counts of attempted homicide, and if found guilty, could have spent the rest of his life in prison. His attorney tried to have the case dismissed, claiming Massid was standing his ground when the police arrived. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit Florida, many court cases were delayed. So the state offered Massid a deal: plead guilty to lesser charges and serve 3 years in prison plus 10 years probation. Massid accepted the deal, but at his sentencing before Judge Mary Hansel, a number of officers, including Sergeant Billy Lindsay, spoke out about the terrifying events of that night.
I started suffering from anxiety and stress caused by it. To have to go home and tell my family after 20 years in law enforcement that I must die because a politician decided that it was more important to shoot the first cop that came to arrest him than to lawfully surrender.
Sergeant Lindsay also expressed his feelings about the plea deal that was offered by the state.
The fact that we're here entertaining a plea deal in a case where the defendant is accused of intentionally shooting a firearm at law enforcement officers during the execution of a search warrant is disgusting. Mr. Masad has clearly exploited the worst flaw in the criminal justice system, and that's that money and political influence buys you freedom if you're rich. He is a true psychopath that lacks guilt, remorse, empathy. He's dishonest, he's a narcissist, and he has no conscience.
And Sergeant Lindsay isn't the only one who believes Massid received a cushy deal. Judge Hansel offers a few words of her own.
For the record, I just want to make sure that it's clear that this was a plea agreement and the court had nothing to do with this, because if I did, I have to agree with the sergeant that Mr. Massid is getting quite a deal.
Massid was sentenced to 3 years in prison with credit for 2 years' time served while awaiting trial, plus 10 years probation. As far as the original charge of practicing medicine without a license, as part of the plea deal, he received a 3-year sentence, which will run concurrently with the assault sentence.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video, and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
The following program shows the proceedings and hearings from courtrooms around the country. Not all outcomes are known or violent. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Due to the intensity of some of these scenes, viewer discretion is advised.
First, we go to the Hamilton County Common Pleas Court in Cincinnati, Ohio. Standing in the hallway outside the courtroom is Cassandra Jackson. She's here today seeking a protection order, often sought by domestic violence victims. Unfortunately, a court official is telling her that she missed the deadline and will have to come back. Jackson, a working mother, grows increasingly frustrated. The argument's loud enough to be heard in the nearby courtroom. So loud that Magistrate Judge Michael Bachman, who's presiding in the courtroom on the other side of these doors, could not hear an attorney question a witness. Jackson continues to plead her case to the man in the hallway, but is denied. Jackson continues arguing before finally storming off. But Judge Bachman is unsatisfied and takes matters into his own hands. About 10 seconds after Jackson walks away, Bachman leaves the bench, chasing her down the hall. He catches up to Jackson at the elevators and orders her back to his courtroom. What happens next is critical to the eventual outcome of this story. As they head toward the court, Jackson tries to turn down a hallway. That's when Bachman grabs Jackson's shoulder. Even as they enter the courtroom, Bachman still does not remove his hand. Keep in mind, Jackson's in court today to file for a restraining order to protect herself and her children from an allegedly abusive relationship. Bachman orders Jackson into the jury box, then tells her she's about to be arrested for contempt of court. But the insensitive treatment continues from the rest of the court staff. 2 officers are brought in, and Jackson attempts to flee. Additional help is required to restrain Jackson. She resists. He is eventually removed from the court in handcuffs. The situation is taken to another level when Jackson's dragged to booking where formal charges are made. Officers handcuff Jackson to a chair as she continues to resist. After struggling with officers one more time, Jackson's strapped into a special chair and wheeled into holding, where she'll serve 2 days of a 10-day sentence after the presiding judge dropped the contempt charge and the rest of her sentence for good cause. After the footage goes public of Bachman chasing after Jackson and putting his hand on her, Jackson files a civil suit against Bachman, and the magistrate's told he must either resign or be fired. Bachman chose to resign. If Bachman needs to enter a Hamilton County courthouse in the future, he must now do so as a private citizen. We're in the Miami-Dade County Criminal Court for a hearing related to the murder trial of Lucas Kendall.
Well, the first thing we needed to address is he's been restored to competency.
Correct, Your Honor. There are 2 evaluations from Dr. Luis Quintana and Dr. Richardson. They both find that he's competent.
Kendall's just been deemed competent to stand trial, where he faces charges of second-degree murder and attempted murder. While working as an armed security guard at a Miami strip club, Kendall approached 2 men who were sitting inside a truck in the parking lot. Kendall claims one of the men threatened him. He says he also believed one of them had a weapon. So he opened fire, killing one of them with 8 shots, 4 of them in the back. Both men were unarmed. In the gallery today are friends and family of the deceased victim, Kawan Berg, including his devastated parents. To evaluate his competency, Kendall was moved from a prison to a hospital. And defense attorney Carlos Gonzalez wants to keep him there, fearing what might become of his client's mental state if he returns to jail.
And then the issue is that you want him housed where?
At the same facility he's been housed.
In order to prevent him from decompensating?
Yes, Your Honor. He eventually decompensated to the point where he was sitting in a fetal position, naked, not eating, and not interacting with any human being.
As Gonzalez goes on, the request to prevent Kendall from returning to jail becomes just too much for Bird's father to bear.
Yeah, but my son is dead, man. My son is dead. He needs to go to prison. He don't need to be laying on no mental hospital. He need to go to prison, man. He wasn't crazy. He wasn't crazy when he killed my son, man. He wasn't crazy then, but he crazy now. All of a sudden he crazy now. You want to lay in a mental hospital? You gonna murder my son, man, for nothing. He was trying to get away from you. You were trying to get away from you, man. And you kept shooting him while his back was under the truck. You kept shooting him, man. You kept shooting him. And his back was turned to you, man. He was trying to get away from you. And you murdered him, man, like that. You murdered him, man, like that.
The distraught father is escorted out of the courtroom. His family members look on. Meanwhile, the defendant just watches it all unfold. At trial, Kendall decided to represent himself and attempted to use the stand your ground defense.
So the trajectory coming from outside the vehicle would have to come in that downward.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
He was convicted on both charges and is now serving a life sentence in the Florida prison system. For this next story, we want to warn you. The facts are gruesome. But as you will see, daring escapes aren't only attempted in the American legal system. As we head over to Russia. This is 18-year-old Leonid Grazer, who's on trial in Moscow, Russia, for the murder of his sister, Aradia. Daring escapes aren't... For this next story, we want to warn you. The facts are gruesome. But as you will see, daring escapes aren't only attempted in the American legal system. As we head over to Russia. This is 18-year-old Leonid Grazer, who's on trial in Moscow, Russia, for the murder of his sister, Aradia Koral. According to the defendant, he was commanded by Satan to kill his 21-year-old sister, who he stabbed multiple times. Today, Grazer's in the Sherbinsky courthouse behind the walls of a glass cage. This practice is rarely seen today outside of Russia to prevent dangerous criminals from attacking or possibly even escaping, which is exactly what Grazer's planning to do. It appears now that Grazer's calmed down, but moments later,
what?
He somehow slipped through the slats at the top of the bulletproof security door. A gap in the video doesn't reveal how he did it, but Grazer's way ahead of him. But he's not giving up. The female officer runs over and presses a large button on the wall, calling for backup. Grazer's pants are coming off during the escape. The officer has a firm grip on Grazer's leg and is not about to let go. Then another officer arrives. At this point, these Russian officers are not playing around. As the taser comes out, he makes sure Grazer knows what's about to happen. Grazer's finally had enough.
Давай, быстро, слазь.
After putting his pants back on, Grazer will go on to make a full confession for the murder and said he had no regrets about what he did. We go to the Veterans Memorial Courthouse in Lansing, Michigan, for the trial of 35-year-old Joshua Harding, who's been charged with 2 counts of sexual assault. As Harding, 2 prosecutors represent the state, including Jonathan Roth, who, prior to sentencing, asked the court to consider a sentence on the higher end of the guidelines. At the far end of the table is Detective Brian Kanan, lead investigator in the case against Harding. The jury's reached a decision in one of the cases and is about to read its verdict. In under 8 seconds, so much has happened. Let's look at it again. If you look a little closer, you can see Harding remove something from inside his sleeve. Turns out Harding is holding a metal shank. Harding storms the prosecutor's table, headed straight for Assistant DA Roth. If not for the quick reflexes of Detective Kanan, Roth could have sustained serious injuries. 2 court deputies immediately take action to help bring Harding, who stands 6'6" and weighs 280, to the ground. Watch as Roth removes his glasses to take a step towards the scrum. A spectator points something out to Roth. It's the shank. Meanwhile, Kanan and the 2 bailiffs are still wrestling with Harding. It took about 30 seconds to eventually cuff and remove the defendant from the courtroom. This brazen attack brought Harding an additional charge of assault with intent to murder, to which he pled guilty. As for the original charges, Harding was found guilty of second-degree criminal sexual conduct and is now serving a combined sentence of 44 years in a state prison. The earliest he could be released is the year 2064. Authorities are unsure how Harding got the weapon into the courthouse. Because Harding was in police custody during the trial, he did not have to pass through a metal detector upon entering the courthouse. He also was not required to wear handcuffs. We go to the Juvenile Justice Center in Nashville, Tennessee. It's after 9 p.m. 4 teens aged 15 to 17 have been left unsupervised while on a work detail, off camera in the basement of the building. As minors, these boys are staying here instead of jail, while they await trial for crimes including armed robbery, auto theft, and murder. And as you can see, they don't plan on sticking around for their trials. They've just come up a basement elevator and are wearing what appear to be yellow security vests. While one of the young men begins making his way down the hall, he changes his mind and follows the others up the stairs. When they get to the ground floor, the teens bolt through the front entrance. No one's stopping them. Cameras catch the entire escape. For now, they've made it and run off into the night. Eventually, all 4 involved in the escape were caught and could now face additional charges. It's later discovered that the 4 teens likely had help from the inside. 2 employees are terminated and arrested for assisting the juveniles in their escape. And this wasn't the first time a juvenile tried to escape this exact same juvenile facility. We go back just 2 years earlier. These staff members have been tracking a teen as he makes his way through the ceiling, just a few feet above their heads. Though he's just out of reach, the ceiling begins to give way. The ceiling doesn't hold, and the defendant crashes through. Security's not giving up and immediately surround him. As his daring, though poorly planned escape comes to an end. Watch again as the juvenile makes one last effort to flee. Security's taking no chances of letting him escape again. He's unhurt and immediately taken back into custody. After this incident and the most recent escape, the city of Nashville is considering taking over operations of the privately run center. We head to Seattle, Washington, and the King County courtroom.
This is State of Washington versus Christopher Teal, cause number 181008391, Seattle designation.
Christopher Teal is accused of first-degree rape and unlawful imprisonment. Teal allegedly followed a woman into the bathroom of a car dealership, locked the door, and raped her. The attack was stopped only after company employees broke into the stall and wrestled Teal to the ground. The defendant's in court for a competency hearing to determine whether he's fit to stand trial. Standing next to him is Reed Berkland, his court-appointed attorney. The jail guard removes Teal's cuffs.
I'm Emily Peterson on behalf of the state. Mr. Teal's present. He's in custody. He's represented by counsel, Mr. Berkland.
He raises his arm toward Berkland, but extra security's at the ready.
My understanding from his counsel, who I'll defer to in a moment.
Without provocation, Teal punches his own attorney. The guards immediately pounce on the 6'3" defendant and take him to the ground. Teal's attorney looks to be unhurt. It takes 4 men to subdue Teal, and even then, he refuses to go quietly.
Bring the chair. Bring the chair.
A spit hood is placed over his head as officers return him to jail. Berkland chooses not to press charges, but he does remove himself from the case. Nearly 2 weeks later, Teal returns to the courtroom.
New counsel has been appointed since the last hearing.
This time strapped to a rolling chair.
New counsel needs to...
His biggest concern is how his hair looked in his mugshot.
I have one question, one thing to say. I'd like to know where they got that photo of me with my short hair. Because that was on Facebook, and I don't have a Facebook.
All right.
So we were on the legitimate question. Like, do they have access to Google?
The judge schedules another hearing in a week's time, and the trial has yet to begin. We're in the Miami-Dade Bond Court.
Good afternoon. I'm Judge Mindy Glazer. I'll be presiding today over the bond hearings.
Today, she'll see dozens of defendants.
You were arrested for retail theft, and I'll appoint the public defender for you.
But one in particular is sure to stand out. The defendant is Sherry Lynn, who's facing charges of felony battery and resisting arrest with violence.
Oh.
Lynn appears remotely and is represented by a public defender. And from the very first question...
Have you ever been treated for any mental health issues?
What is that first?
It's clear Lynn is in no mood to be in court.
I'm sorry, ma'am?
As you go yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a little busy right now.
Take another look.
As you go yourself.
Judge Glazer initially finds the behavior amusing, but she's not about to let it continue.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to help. Ma'am, he's trying to help. And please don't use profanity or trying to disrupt my courtroom, because I don't want to be forced to hold you in contempt of court. He's trying to help. And I'm ordering that you stay away from Cynthia Cuba. Do not have any contact with her. You must stay away from her home or place of business. As to the other case...
Who is this Cynthia Cuba? Tell me.
I don't know. You're learning to try to hit with the pliers. The other case...
Such a trash.
It's $5,000 and count 3 is $1,000. Have a nice day, man. I'll try and get you into the hospital.
Lynn is ordered to pay a $50 fine and undergo a psychiatric evaluation.
He's high risk, so I'm going to raise the bond to $5,000.
We're at bond court in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I think 1,000 is reasonable given that these are felony charges. Good luck, sir.
Judge Smith has a full plate of bond hearings.
I actually have a card I'm trying to sell on Craigslist.
Stop talking. I'm going to give you a public defender.
Michael Ray, cases 87 and 88.
Next up is Michael Ray, who's facing 4 charges, including criminal trespassing and second-degree assault. A bond or a bail hearing is usually a quick proceeding, if the defendant is cooperative. The prosecutor suggests a bail amount for Ray based on the crime and the defendant's history.
The county's requesting $25,000 full cash behind all charges.
You think that's funny?
I think it's absurd.
We weren't done.
Ray might feel $25,000 is too high, but sarcasm won't get him a reduction, and the judge lets him know.
All right, so bond is $50,000. No bail credit. Danger to community. Thinks these are funny charges. He's lucky I didn't hold him in contempt.
Ray just had his bond doubled. But as he re-enters the hallway, he has something else to say.
How much in the street?
Bring him in. I'm holding him in contempt. And charges.
Ray's language isn't the only thing to upset the judge. According to court officials, the defendant also gave her the middle finger.
30 days to serve on contempt for flipping me off twice.
Judge calls him back. But it looks like he's gone.
If we bring him back in, he's just going to get another 30 days for doing something else.
So they move on to the next case.
Case number 90, Scott Raymer.
When, sure enough, Ray comes back for more.
Oh, here he comes. So I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What's the order again?
And so... Alright, you can take him back. 100 days to serve.
100 days to serve? Okay.
Yep.
That's right, the judge just gave him 100 days in jail.
He's done.
Ray could just walk away without making matters even worse, but he goes a different route.
Yeah, I think we need to...
Yeah.
Can we bring him back?
He's got to be charged. Yes.
What started out as 4 serious charges has grown into a grand total of 10, all in the span of approximately 3 minutes.
Yeah. No, I figure that's just a lesson on what not to do, so you all are good.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
We're in Newberry, South Carolina for a bond hearing. 41-year-old Ricky Brown was charged with a long list of crimes, including 5 counts of kidnapping, firing a weapon, and resisting arrest. A day earlier, armed with a handgun, Brown walked into a vocational rehabilitation office where he was a client, locked the doors, and proceeded to take 5 employees hostage, including his caseworker. All hostages were eventually released without incident, but Brown is alleged to have fired multiple shots during the standoff. He was eventually taken into custody by a SWAT team and a local agency. Now at his bond hearing, Brown claims his actions were the result of not receiving the help he needs.
I need some help for mental health, that's what I need. But I've been asking for I've put mental health 3 times, asked for some help, and didn't nobody help. And still ain't got no lesson.
But this isn't Brown's first violent offense. He previously spent 20 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter. So acting as representative for the city, a police lieutenant voices his concerns.
Do you feel there's something of danger to be allowed accountable? To tell them why. Because I ain't had my medicine, that's why.
After mulling it over, the judge agrees to hold him without bond and sends him back into custody.
Since you want to run your
has something to say to the police lieutenant.
Should have been up front. I should have shot you in the moon. Oh my God.
After having his bond denied, he is not happy.
Should have been up front. I should have shot you in the moon. Oh my God.
Ricky Brown was later convicted of 1 count of kidnapping and multiple weapons charges, and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole under South Carolina's 2-strike law for serious crimes.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I only speak man to man.
Next, we're in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where 22-year-old Ryan Desmith and 24-year-old Jordan Salmi are appearing on gun possession charges. 3 weeks earlier, the men attended a church Christmas pageant armed with loaded semi-automatic pistols. Desmith and Salmi are members of what's called the Hebrew Israelite community, along with former Green Bay Packer Kabir Baja Biamila, known as KGB. KGB was involved in a dispute with his ex-wife over his religious objections to their children appearing in the pageant. He asked the men to film the event in his absence for evidence. Desmith and Salmi refused to leave when church leaders asked. Police arrived and charged them both with disorderly conduct, obstructing an officer, and carrying a concealed weapon. Today, they're at the Brown County Court for a first appearance on the charges. And they're not going to make things easy for County Court Commissioner Cynthia Vopal.
Did you get my notice?
Your notice, sir?
I'm not a sir.
Can I have a seat?
Have a seat, please.
The notice that Desmith asks about is one of a series of handwritten notes he and Salmi filed, which claim they're not part of the legal society and quote, idiots before the court. Their list of demands includes $300,000, no jail time, and various apologies and retractions. The commissioner moves on.
Do you plan on hiring an attorney?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I only speak man to man.
Okay. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf.
If you enter a plea on my behalf, you will be held fully liable.
And you will have these cases, we will be then sending this case upstairs.
Desmith's defiance and language are similar to courtroom strategies of the sovereign citizen movement, which claims that state courts hold no jurisdiction over them.
I am the court commissioner. I'm in charge of hearing this introductory hearing in the court.
Who are you? Just answer the question, sir.
So we're going to have time for this. I have a courtroom full of people.
I'm not a sir.
The hearing ends when Desmith refuses to sign his bond paperwork.
Either sign this or we're going to mark it refused. I deny service. Refused, and then you can leave. Okay, you're done here.
Goodbye.
On his way out, he fist bumps his supporters, including KGB, who's watching from the gallery. The court has even less time for Salmi's dissent, which lasts only 30 seconds.
For I, man Jordan Salmi, am in a state of man, now passing forward. I'm not responsible for anything. I'm asking you to leave the order. Leave, please.
5 months later, despite more disruptive court appearances, Desmith and Salmi's obstructing and disorderly charges were dismissed as part of a plea agreement. They were sentenced to 1 year probation for carrying a concealed weapon and banned from owning firearms in that time. They also had to write letters of apology to officers at the scene of the incident.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
Basically, What I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system.
First up, we head to Bond Court in Miami-Dade County. Judge Mindy Glazer presiding. The defendant, 42-year-old Jonathan Adi, he's been charged with attempted second-degree murder of law enforcement, armed burglary, and armed grand theft. Just 3 days earlier, Adi, a former stripper and porn actor, entered the lobby of the Trump Doral Hotel barefoot and armed with a handgun. He was also carrying a massive American flag, which he stole from a flagpole just outside the lobby. He then began firing at a chandelier and attempting to smash security cameras. All this while railing against Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and strangely, hip-hop mogul P. Diddy. Then, after putting on a fresh pair of socks, Adi unfurls the flag across the front desk. It doesn't take long for police to arrive. Or for the shooting to begin. Adi opens fire, and the officers quickly respond. After a barrage of bullets, Adi realizes he's outgunned. Adi flees to another room and is shot in the leg by an officer. A wounded Adi makes it to the third floor. Responding officers closing in. Cornered, Adi makes a final, desperate attempt to fight back by throwing a table. He soon surrenders and is placed under arrest. After being taken to the hospital to receive treatment, Adi was officially brought. Today's police interview made several references to the Illuminati before offering an explanation for his alleged crimes.
Someone! He just stole my bag! Help me!
Yeah, he's going to what's called the Beret is a brand.
Keep running, asshole! Keep
running!
I'm trying, okay? Keep going.
I did this from the country. I feel great. And I'll do it any day.
Today he's making his first appearance before Judge Glazer.
Good morning, sir.
To find out if he'll make bond.
Mr. Adi, you were arrested for 5 counts.
After going through Adi's
Here you go.
numerous
Oh,
felony
you are
charges,
such a
Judge
star.
Glazer
I'm not
ends
even-
with the least serious offense.
And 1 count of making a false fire alarm offense.
Ah!
Those are the charges. Sir, do you have any money to pay for
From
your
your
private
thanks
attorney?
so much.
I will request as of now that the court grants me an attorney. I do have funds to pay for my attorney, but I haven't had time to meet with him yet. So I don't know if they're going to take my case or not.
Given the serious nature of these charges, I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you for this preliminary first appearance hearing. Anything else?
Adi's attorney, who's just off camera, returns to the false fire alarm charge.
As I didn't see necessarily the alarm pushing, but that might have been push alarm. I didn't see necessarily the alarm pushing, but that might have been push alarm.
It's not specifically mentioned here, although. Okay.
Looks like Adi just incriminated himself by admitting to the fire alarm offense.
You know, sir, everything's being recorded. Just so you know.
Adi decides to continue talking. His attorney has hit the mute button.
If you want to speak, it's fine. I'm happy to listen. Your attorney turned the microphone off, though. Probably a wise move.
Adi is denied bond and taken into custody. Later, he entered a plea of not guilty as awaiting trial.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
Next, we're opening the archives for a 1992 murder trial in Mobile, Alabama. 15-year-old defendant James Douglas Gonzalez is charged with murder, the shooting death of 18-year-old Matthew Hall. 9 months earlier, Hall and his friends were partying at a local motel when he approached a car in the parking lot in which Gonzalez was a passenger. Gonzalez claims Hall slapped him and attacked him. He then shot Hall in self-defense. At trial, a dozen police officers and sheriff's deputies are stationed around the room as the jury returns with a verdict. Among those anxiously waiting is the victim's father, Matthew Hall Sr., and the victim's younger brother, Kevin. They're hoping that Gonzalez is convicted of murder. But when that doesn't happen, and the jury instead finds him guilty on a lesser misdemeanor charge of criminally negligent homicide, it's apparently too much for the younger Hall to take. Kevin Hall leaps from his seat and over a partition to charge at Gonzalez and lands a punch to his face. Dad, Matthew Sr., soon joins the melee. It takes 8 people to pull the Halls off of the defendant and pin them to the ground. More law enforcement is called in to restore order in the court. Gonzalez's mother and grandmother are in tears, and spectators are left shaking. Gonzalez makes it out of the skirmish without serious injury and is escorted from the courtroom, while those trampled in the chaos are treated by paramedics. After the incident, Mobile County Circuit Judge Braxton Cottrell slaps Matthew Hall Sr. and son Kevin 5 days in jail for contempt of court, but releases them after they spend just 1 night behind bars. As for Gonzalez, he returned a month later for sentencing and received just 1 year in prison, the maximum allowed for the misdemeanor.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.
We're in Springfield, Ohio, and the owner of John's Drive-Thru is closing up shop for the night. A man approaches from the back. The owner spots him on the security camera feed.
Yeah, this is John's Drive-Thru, West Main Street. A guy just tried to rob me and I shot him. He ran out the back door.
Okay, is he injured?
I think I hit him.
With help from the store's security camera footage and a tip from a local hospital who treated a man for multiple gunshot wounds, police identified the perp as Ricky Hand, a known career criminal.
I did try to rob John's drive-thru. He got shot 3 times. I did the crime. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to live.
So, John, what do you do with the pistol that you had in there? Because, you know, it's my understanding you run in there, you started pulling out, and the guy saw you.
Right, but I didn't even get it out.
You were going for it, though, right?
But I didn't even get it out. I didn't branch. He shot me regardless.
Well, I think he's well aware that you've been robbing places at gunpoint or
I've
something.
never robbed anybody. That's the first one I've ever done.
Now, hang on a second. No, you and I have been straight with each other every time
Yeah.
we met each other, okay?
Yeah.
I know there's more to it than that.
I pulled it out. I pulled the weapon out. But I don't think I got it all the way out.
Well, he saw you, that's why he shot you.
Hand is indicted on 30 charges connected to a string of business break-ins at gunpoint. He confesses to a series of armed robberies.
There and probably a half a dozen more robberies. Now you're looking at John's, you're looking at this break into this beauty salon.
So I did.
The beauty salon's a bonus because I didn't even know anything about that and you told me that.
I'm going to prison for a long time.
Well, you know that.
Now Hand sits in a Clark County courtroom in Ohio, where a judge has just handed down his sentence.
You just gave me 40 years. Sir? Yes. You just gave me 40 years. Well, guess what? So,
Hand was clearly expecting a lesser sentence. But if we look again,
you just gave me 40 years.
you'll see he came prepared for the worst.
You just gave me 40 years. Well, guess what?
Look closely. Hand reaches into his arm sling and pulls out some cloth that was hiding a small bottle filled with, ready for this? His own feces and urine.
You can't play Jesus and God. 40 is a death sentence, man.
Ricky Hand lands in even more trouble for the feces-flinging attack. In addition to his previous charges, he now faces charges of harassment with bodily fluids, obstructing justice, and retaliation.
Retaliation. How dumb.
Next, we head to the S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona Beach, Florida.
All right, let's cook. Come on up.
The woman being sworn in is 18-year-old Keandria Cook. Cook's in court today to receive a sentence for using a dating app to set up a robbery that ended with another teen being shot. The teen survived. Cook has accepted a plea deal that will drop a conspiracy charge, which carried a maximum penalty of life in prison. But counts of carjacking, attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon, and felony battery are still in play.
All right, come on up. Let's cook.